Hi, my name is Anarcholoserist, and I'll be playing Jasper Black the Bruja.
Hi, I'm Glamour, and I will be playing Candy the Nosferatu.
Hello there, my name is Jimmy, and I'll be playing Wren the Gangrel.
My name is Legacy, and I will be playing Margot, the daughter of Cacophony.
And I'm Vironz, your storyteller for this evening. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a year since you last all saw each other. Some of you know that Soraya has gone off to Arizona with her childer. And some of you know that Warren was training with the Tremere and the Chantry over the last year, but he has mysteriously disappeared following what Nikolai calls a web of magic. It's been a month since Lost Elysium, where Margot had met Candy, and where Wren and Jasper had retrieved an item and then destroyed the item. It's a new night. As I did mention before we started streaming, please make sure you have spent a blood point to have awoken this evening. And as you all feel that little bit of hunger sitting in the beast in your soul, in your body, you remember, at least some of you remember, it's been a while since you've gone to the club. It's been a while since you tried to meet up with your friends. I'm going to start with Jasper. You awake a little bit earlier in the night due to your low generation. It's a very deep purple in the sky right now as and almost black as the sun is setting. Blackjack is kind of just sitting, drinking blood out of a shot glass at your dining room table. Kind of looks at you and nods as he's watching the news.
Anything intriguing happening over there?
Nothing on the side of the mortals. Hearing more rumors about Sabbat in our area. And I know what you've said, but it doesn't change the fact that, they're coming. It's big.
Mm-hmm. So, we rally the guys and go on the offensive, right?
If we rally the guys, then that brings the tower down on us. I don't know about you, but, I like my own life, at least a little bit.
Sure, but, I think they might lay off if they see what we're doing. I've been begrudgingly working with them, and they haven't killed me yet.
Well, yeah, they haven't killed you yet because you're useful for them. The minute he kind of just gestures between both of you, start to pose a threat, that's when they'll find us and declare a blood hunt and kill us.
Maybe. But,
so we're not going to amass an army.
I was up there last night. We went and found that thing for that kid Tremere guy, and he said that they wanted to speak with you, give you a seat at the table. I'm not saying join up, but that gives us room to do what we need to keep our shit together.
We'll see. He then kind of takes another glass. He takes a shot glass. You see him pour out the bottle that looks like it used to hold whiskey in it. He pours it into the shot glass and throws it back. He'll pour one out. He'll pour one out for you as well and kind of offer it to you.
Knock it back.
You do feel a little bit buzzed. You do think he went out and got some, blood with alcohol in it. probably from someone in the followers set. He made a little bit of a deal to just get it.
Hell yeah. It's the little things these nights. Does that happen to take off my blood point?
It does restore it.
Let's go.
But he looks at you and goes like, since you have been working for them, I need you to keep nice. We need to be a little bit careful with what we know and how much they deny.
Yeah.
So don't mention anything about Sabat. They want to deny it, then they let them deny it.
Yeah, I'll keep you posted on what they say, and you know what everyone says about loose lips. I'm not gonna give them anything for free. God knows I do it enough.
Are you gonna head to the club, try to meet your friends?
Yeah.
All right. Do so. Make sure they're ready.
I'll grab my things and go out the door.
All right. Glamour. Candy.
Yes.
You awake in the sewers, and you plan on going to the club. It's been a while since you've seen Margot, but you also know that the club isn't going to be closed off for mortals this time. It's going to be open to everybody.
Yeah.
You do your Mask of 1,000 Faces, and you've spent your couple blood points, and you do look like a very average-looking woman with a nice dress with ginger hair to show that reflection of yourself. That way, in case you do see Margot or the two boys that you had met, they do recognize you, at least a faint bit. You emerge out of the sewers and you hear cars honking, and you get the sense and this feeling of, the critters around you being upset about all the noise that goes on. You arrive at the club. Takes a little bit, but you do get there. And you see Jasper walking in.
Candy will head up to him. She's still socially awkward, but she recognizes that it's better to stick in a group, and she seems to have found a group, so she'll stick with them. Hi, Jasper.
Oh, hey, you're that girl from the other night?
Yeah.
Oh. What a coincidence running into you here then. You said that I still kind of recognize her, right? But she looks a little bit different from Mask of 1,000 Faces, is that correct?
She looks, compared to, her fangs and her, enlarged pupils and especially ginger hair, her eyes are normal, the fangs don't really show, her ears are normal, and she has a full head of hair, but it is still thin-ish looking and ginger. Mm-hmm.
I sort of gesture at my face. You look like you had some work done.
Oh, it's just a thing I can do. Some of my kind. It's convenient.
Yeah, seems like it must come in handy.
Yeah. So, is there any reason you're here tonight?
Well, it's where all me and my coterie show up when stuff starts to seem like it's going to go wrong, and as always, stuff seems like it's going to start going wrong. I'm trying to run into them tonight. The other guy I was with last night, he should show up too.
Oh.
I should clarify, not last night. It would have been a few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago. My bad.
Oh, the coterie. That sounds nice. Things have always been a little too chaotic around me for me to latch onto a coterie.
If you think chaos is the thing stopping your coterie from forming, you should stick around and watch us for a little bit.
Maybe I'll do that. If not me, I'm sure some of my kind will.
Jasper kind of looks around conspiratorially.
We're always watching.
Jasper, roll perception awareness.
Famously, my best roll.
Better than Margot.
Listen, don't even say that. Every time you've had me roll that, I've rolled nothing but 10s.
That's true.
One success.
You do get the sense that, there's maybe someone in the, could be someone who's watching you. You don't know if they're kindred or supernatural of some sort.
I look up at any high. I pick just a random place with a high vantage point, and I look at it as if I'm making eye contact with someone that may or may not be there.
Okay.
The animals like to watch. The animals like to watch us too, but I don't think there'll be many in this club.
For the health department's sake, I hope you're right.
I will then. What we're going to do next is we're going to go over to Wren.
Okay.
Describe to us where you wake up.
Most likely I am waking up in my little safe place off in Chicago. Just a pretty bare bones house. Just mostly like just a bed, working utilities, just small stuff.
All right. Like the others, you've woken up and you do feel this gnawing hunger sitting inside of you. The ever gnawing hunger. And you do have this feeling, this need to kind of go to the club again. Given the mention of Sabat in the past, you've been trying to go for the past couple weeks and trying to meet your friends, but they haven't always been there. You've been waiting for a night where they've all been there. You feel like tonight might be the night.
All right. I will dress up in like my nicest, which is just to say like a polo t-shirt, some jeans, and just head on over to the...
You wear your non-torn clothes.
Yes, my non-torn clothes. Which recently has been getting fewer and fewer.
Yeah, it really has been. And it takes you even longer to get to the club. And when you get inside, you do have a sense of somewhat comfortable familiarity, as it is, the bass bumps and people are moshing and dancing and people are drinking. It is a somewhat nice familiarity, but also uncomfortableness, as you are used to being on the fringes of the city where it's a little bit quiet. Can I have you make me your perception alertness?
Will?
And your noises will apply.
Perception alertness, okay. 3, 7. Difficulty 6.
We'll do difficulty 7.
Okay.
It's a loud club.
That's fair. Yeah, that feels about right.
God damn.
Rip.
This is me we're talking about. So, yep.
Yeah, you're trying to listen to see if you hear or maybe even see your friends, but you can't. You don't even recognize if Jasper's there. You do see somebody who does kind of stand out, but only in the sense of that she's kind of average and has that thin hair, but you're not sure.
New person. Okay.
Yeah. And unfortunately, with that roll, we're just going to move over to Margot. Margot, you rise, And for once in a very long time, somebody in this house is up before you. That's Deborah. You're no longer fledgling, but neonate.
Morning, dear. Oh, evening.
Evening. I kind of got you a mug of blood. I would have done coffee, but I also know what happens if we have coffee.
Yes. And again, I'm sorry about that. I meant to warn you before you drank it, but you were just so quick, and I am a bit slow at receiving things.
Yeah, it wasn't pleasant, beginning of an evening, but we got through it. It was fine, and
It was, yeah.
We ended up going on a shopping spree, which was nice.
It's actually been quite nice getting to spend some time with you, and instead of having to just throw a bunch of information. Thank you for this. You did not have to. And she'll take the mug and she'll just start sipping.
Yeah, and she'll grab her own, she'll sip a little bit too, and she's going to say, I was thinking about going to the club again. And I'm the bags in the fridge are nice and everything, but I do kind of miss the taste of fresh. Yeah. I was wondering if you would perhaps accompany me, and maybe we'll run into Annabelle there. We can kind of try to get some stuff done or some stuff from her.
You know what? Sure. Let's go. I know it's been a while since we've gotten a chance to really get out of the house and actually do some proper.
Yeah, that drug case I've been working on, it's been taking up a lot of my time.
Yeah, and you know what?
It'll be nice to have a break.
You need a break, exactly. So let's get dressed. And we'll make haste.
Takes you both probably. She's actually had a few things laid out for you already.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like she was planning this to begin with. So she's laid out your favorite dress, and she has your second favorite dress on after you've gotten dressed yourself. She'll pick out the one that your second favorite one, the one that she wore on her introduction. I gotta remember specifically the thing. On her presentation to the prince.
Her presentation, yeah.
She's got a bit of makeup on, and it's a little bit heavy, but not too much to be to where you want to call it out.
Mm. Hey dear, you look wonderful. And she's gonna do the mom thing where she's gonna lick her thumb and just try to wipe a little bit of loose lipstick off of the side of her lip and just give her a once over, and okay, there we go, wonderful. Now if you need anything while we're down there, just let me know. I know that we presented you, but you're still technically in your accounting stage, and I just want to make sure that we're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Oh my god, you got a little bit more of a schmutz right there, and she does it again.
Yeah, and she'll kind of grab the keys from the hook next to the door. She'll leave the door open for you and kind of she'll pretend to hold it, even though she doesn't need to. She'll close it.
Fine.
She'll close the door. She'll close and lock the door to the house. Start the car, and would you like to drive, or would she?
Let me see. I'll drive. I forgot I put dots into that for some reason. Just in case.
Just in case. I'm not gonna make you roll it.
Thank God.
Yeah, and you two arrive there, and you see the you park in the kind of more selective area where Annabelle and Brennan and Loden and any other very notable kindred go. And mind you, it's a pretty empty parking lot, all things considered, which is why you have your own spot there.
Yeah.
And as you do pull up, you do see the tail end of Wren kind of entering the club. Probably in the nicest, set of clothes you've ever seen them wear.
Oh my god, look at them. They're actually wearing clothes with very minimal to no holes. I'm such a proud mom. Oh, whatever. All right, let's go.
I mean, a mom to me, I guess, in a way.
Yeah, I'm a mom to you. I don't necessarily think that I'm a mom to them, and if I am, we have to have a very long conversation.
Yeah. And you see her kind of get out of the car, close it, and go through the back entrance, and you soon follow. And she will kind of look around the club, and she spots Wren, Jasper, and someone kind of similar to Candy. She'll point them out to you.
Darling, I am going to go and make introductions and say hi to some people. If you need me, you know where to find me. You know how to get a hold of me.
Yes, I do. And she'll kind of tap her temple a little bit. And she's gonna kind of waltz off into the main dance area.
And she's gonna go approach the gang.
Yeah, and you find Wren, who's just looking lost at the moment first.
Wren, darling.
Yeah, Margot, is that you?
Yes. Hi.
Hi. Man, it's been a while since I've been in here.
Yeah, what are you... not that I am not happy to see you. What is it? Why did you decide to come by tonight?
I don't know, I felt like I don't know, I just felt like coming by. Just... stuff happened recently, so I just been trying to find everyone recently, so first time I've seen you in a bit, so
I know, I'm sorry that I lost contact between getting everything ready for, well, my child's presentation and working night shift, and recently started writing my own music again. Things have just been busy.
yeah, it's been busy for me as well. So, yeah.
I'm glad to hear that you're keeping busy. You look good, by the way. I like the get-up. Very minimal holes in it this time.
Trust me, I'm starting to run out of stuff that doesn't have holes in it.
Well, if you need anything, just get a hold of me.
I will.
Come on. I thought I saw Jasper and a potential colleague. Kind of funny that the three of us are here tonight. You wouldn't have happened to have heard from I'm blanking on his name.
Warren?
Yes, the very quiet one with the eye patch.
I haven't heard from him in 8 months, I would say.
No. Him and I were going to meet up to discuss things, but time just kind of got away, and when I tried to reach out, I didn't hear back, so I figured I'd at least try to ask. Soraya's not here anymore either.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was that one kind of hurt, but you know, as they say in the biz, shit happens.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's just.
She'll offer up an arm to Wren.
I'll gladly take it and start. I'll let Margot lead the way.
Yep. And they'll make their way towards Jasper and tall lady with red hair.
So they're just letting anybody in the club these days.
They let your ass in here, so yes.
Well, hey, he sort of looks to Warren for a second. He goes, hey, at least, the people coming in these days are actually obeying the dress code a little bit.
I know. This is the first time I think I've seen you without a hole in your shirt, like I said.
I think it was pretty much the first night I came here. Since then, it's the first time I dressed nice. God damn it. Okay. Yes. Yes.
I respect it. Fuck the system. Be a contrarian.
This is possibly the nicest thing I own right now, right?
We have to take you shopping.
I did offer. Everything aside, I think that it's time for you to get some new clothes. I not that I don't love the holes in your shirts and pants that make me question how well you take care of them. It's fine. It's okay. And then she'll just look to Jasper and mouth, yeah, we need to take them shopping. And how are you, my dear?
Oh, me?
Yes.
Oh, I'm doing well. I mean, I hear lots of stuff down in the sewers and out around the city, but I mean, have I heard Storyteller? Have I heard anything concerning from the Nosferatu information network that exists?
There is a influx of kindred in the area, and you can't tell if they are, like, what faction they specifically are a part of. And it could just be kindred from another city as well. You never know.
Yeah. I mean, there's been a recent influx of kindred, and we can't quite discern what faction they're a part of. That's what I've been hearing about recently.
That's no good.
Look over at Jasper. You think what I'm thinking?
I think we should make sure we don't discuss this around unwanted company, but certainly we have something to tell Margot, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well.
Sort of lowers his voice. Oh, sorry. He lowers his voice and leans in and goes, a few weeks ago, when we met Candy here, actually, me and Wren were sent to go grab something from a warehouse. It's all in the hush-hush. We can talk about that later. But the guy we took it from was definitely, and even quieter now, a member of the Sabbat.
Are you sure? Not that I don't believe you, I just want you to be extra sure that that is what you are intending.
I would be very surprised to learn otherwise. So, let's keep... I know you have people you report to, but we don't want to get, hanged for this, so...
You are not... Trust me when I say it. If there are presence of them, our chances of getting in any sort of trouble for having that information are going to be slim. But I'm not going to volunteer information until we have concrete evidence.
Yeah, I'm just saying you didn't hear from me.
I didn't hear what from you.
Precisely.
And she'll give him a little wink and look around. If we need, I can go and find us a private room and we can discuss things a bit more openly.
That might be prudent.
Mm-hmm. Give me one moment then, and I will secure us 4. And she looks at Candy and raises a brow.
Candy looks surprised that she's being included in this. Yeah, sure, 4. I mean, if you don't mind me coming.
I don't mind.
I mean, you were there with us, I presume, so maybe you saw something we didn't.
Okay.
Okay, 4. I will go find the 4 of us a room. Please, give me one moment, and she's going to go and take off to secure a feeding room, basically.
Yeah. You go up to the 3rd floor. You kind of clear out one of the rooms, and you bring up a blood doll up there.
I mean, if I've got a minute, sure.
And so what everybody else does. Are you all gonna try to feed right now, or are you gonna just wait and make small talk?
I'm full.
Candy will probably try to grab a quick bite.
All right. Wren?
Wren is good. They're fine.
All right. Candy, how are you gonna feed?
Since she looks normal, she's just going to, chat up somebody that she recognizes as a blood... Would she recognize, somebody who is a blood doll? Like, do they dress a certain way at the club, or...
Yeah, they're a bit more gothy. Right now, like, the whole blood doll fashion is very much... It's pretty gothy.
Okay. She will try to pick up somebody that she recognizes as a blood doll, lure them into like a secluded spot, like maybe out back behind the club where she doesn't believe there are any cameras, and she'll feed from them.
All right. I'll have you roll manipulation and performance. We'll do acting.
What's the difficulty?
6. Yeah, you're tight. You're all the way back up to full. And as soon as you come back in, you see the 2 boys going up the stairs with Margot leading them.
Candy will follow.
All right. And the 4 of you are... From what the 3 of you can remember specifically about Annabelle's party about a year ago, you guys are in that bedroom that the couple were in. The couple that made the couple that the ones they made the kindred, almost pornographic display of art.
Scandalous. What are your intentions with this, Margot?
Darling, let me put this in a way that might not that I wouldn't be honored, but even if that were the case, you can't afford me. She cracks a smirk and well, I only give it up for free once, and then you start owing me favors.
First one's free is insane. Sorry, this is maybe out of character. The idea of doing first one's free for sex work is absolutely fucking bonkers.
Beautiful. Those of you with common sense would realize that this is kind of the only room that doesn't have a person in it or is like far too big, because the only other room is bathroom,
has
2 offices.
Me.
Oh.
The 2 offices, and then the ballroom, and then there's the bedroom. So this is kind of like the only room that would make sense.
Ren understands, but he's just enjoying the conversation.
Wren's already had their first one free.
Hey, oh.
Jesus Christ.
Candy kind of sighs wistfully a bit, as though the direction of this conversation is making her remember something.
Okay. All jokes aside. And she'll close the door. Alright, what the fuck is going on?
You said the Sabbat, or that was who... Those are the people responsible for that blood vial that you went after?
Yeah, that is correct. We believe, at least.
It was some kind of gnarly, gross, black blood. We weren't allowed to look it out, and his name's Nikolai, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And Nikolai sent it to hell, or whatever the Tremere do. But the guy we took it from was for sure Sabbat, and it scared the hell out of the Primogen. So whatever's going on, it's pretty serious. And, again, don't go telling anybody, but my sire has heard some stuff from his people of some Sabbat showing up. So we might have a bit of a problem on our hands.
That is very not good if that lines up with the influx.
Yes, and I mean, it seems almost too perfect, right? I mean, more kindred showing up in the city. I mean, and I would be careful about feeding supplies. I mean, it's bad enough that more kindred are showing up in the city. We don't have that much in the way of pickings in the first place. And the Sabbat aren't really known for taking care of the people that they feed from.
Not to mention, we've already had hunters on our backs, on specifically our backs, and we don't need any more attention being drawn to us.
No. It might be...
Go ahead.
It might be worth it if we are going to look into this to kind of do it. I know that it's kind of hard for the 3 of us, but it might be worth it to do it a bit discreetly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good at being discreet. I mean, that's kind of my whole thing.
Yeah, same here.
She'll just cock an eyebrow at Wren and then instantly flash back to the window, all the times that he like ripped and tore into people, and just be like, yeah, subtlety is your specialty.
Lexi.
Yeah.
The fugue.
Oh, Lord. Yes.
What would you like to roll? It's going to be perception, but I'm going to let you choose the ability.
God damn.
What would you like to roll to kind of tap into that?
If you're talking about the merit, I don't roll anything. I just take a turn to tap into it.
No, I know. It's related to the merit. I'm going to let you choose. I'm thinking empathy.
All right. I would say either empathy or performance.
We'll do performance. No specialty.
Okay. No specialty, yeah. All right. Difficulty?
5.
Okay.
right now, the fugue is currently, before this roll, is currently its normal, very jazzy, almost slightly upbeat. You know, it's good. It's normal. It's relaxed.
Okay, 4.
But you feel it changing. It's getting blues. It's turning darker. There might be something coming.
That's not good.
You okay?
Yeah, sometimes I just get these, visions of, when things start to go wrong. And I was just getting that gut feeling, that little, voice in the back of my head.
Wren,
Mm-hmm.
perception alertness, difficulty 5, noises.
I did check on this. I do have acute senses that does reduce my difficulty by 2. It's already
Difficulty
reduced.
3.
Okay.
Difficulty 3 then.
So yeah, I was checking because I was seeing if that would have helped. It still wouldn't have helped, but it's still good to know. Anyway, so that's 7 successes.
Beautiful. You hear people screaming.
Ah, shit.
Something is going wrong downstairs. And there's stuff being thrown about. You hear the tearing of clothes.
Oh, fuck.
And that's when, for Margot, you start getting this very panicked feeling in your head as well with Fugue State. You could almost feel like she's trying to communicate with you that something is incredibly wrong.
Okay, I get it. And she's going to run to the door and rip it open.
Beautiful. There you see 7 werewolves.
Ah, Jesus. And she's going to slam the door shut. Nope. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Roll your conscience, son.
Okay. Standard, I assume?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no.
Yeah, baby. Botched roll on my conscience.
You feel incredibly guilty
God.
and feel the need, this drive in your beast to go save your child.
What's happening? What's going on?
And she's going to she takes off her heels and runs towards the door with one of her stilettos in hand.
I'm going to rush out there as
yeah,
well.
follow.
Just confirming my suspicions.
Everybody sees the werewolves.
Oh shit.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. I hate coming to this club.
Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
So, in everyone's journals, I did put in what you need, the exact syntax you need to roll for initiative. So I want everyone to do the /init add and then for your modifier, put in that number that's there. Wonderful,
Great.
Jasper.
I'm not gonna need that 10 later, I bet.
No,
Oh, boy.
probably not.
All right.
Legacy, would you like me to roll yours for you?
I got
you
it.
got it. Sweet. We're gonna do this in a batch. Okay. All right. Jasper.
Yes.
You run out and you see 7 werewolves and a crowd full of people running away. You see a select few people kind of like standing there panicked and a couple people hiding.
Are the werewolves like tearing people in half?
Yes, some of them are.
Now, does Jasper know about the effect werewolves have on people with brains where like they won't remember any of it? Because like he'll break the masquerade if he knows everybody isn't going to remember this is happening.
I'm just gonna say no, just based off your intelligence and
Yeah, that's fair.
The no occult. So no.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. Jasper's gonna look around, and he's not gonna try and take on a werewolf. He's heard 9s of 9s doing it, and the fact that he's heard of it means it's a bit out of his league. What he will do is he wants to find the people that like aren't moving and like start like ushering them out of the room. Maybe even like activating dread gaze to like no, they're already scared, but just like literally pushing people to get them running and leaving.
Yeah, you use your celerity and start kind of getting some people closer to the door, and I'll see do you spend your turn that way.
Move! Get the fuck out of the club! Run! And then that's all.
As you do that though, these werewolves, they do not look clean. They do not look traditional in what you've had in your head. These are trashy werewolves. Some of the only 2 of them look like really oily, and they're this like pitch black fur. The others are just a bit like they have ragged, patchy, matted fur, but 2 of them are just oily and pitch black. The 2 that are oily and pitch black, they're gonna run after you. One of them is gonna try and hit you.
Hey, look, it's okay. We don't have to do this.
Unfortunately, that's not for you to decide. Oh, that's rough.
Oh, no.
Jesus.
If you want to forfeit doing anything else on your next turn, I will allow you to roll your dexterity with your celerity to dodge this.
Listen, I am not God's toughest vampire. I think I'm gonna have to.
True. As one of them raises their claw and begins to kind of almost strike to slash at you.
Do I get any? Do I get my athletics on this dodge?
Yeah, let's do Dex and Athletics plus your celerity.
Awesome.
Should be 6 dice in total.
Yeah, this might be. No, okay, yeah, I was thinking of opponents, so never mind. Yeah, that's 4, 5, 6 dice. Yeah, you were. Four successes.
And you barely manage to dodge out of the way as you do feel one of the claws lightly graze and scratch your arm. As this thing is hulking and massive. Its eyes are green and it looks pissed. More pissed than you have ever seen any vampire who's gone into a frenzy.
Can we pay you to leave?
Next is Jimmy.
Shit.
Wren, you see Jasper get attacked by a werewolf as he's trying to help others out. You do see 6 other werewolves. Well, you see 4 other werewolves tearing shit up. Sorry, 5 tearing shit up, and where 2 of them are kind of beginning to gang on Jasper.
Damn. I feel like I'm the most equipped to take on a werewolf, so I'm going to spend a blood point to go ahead and pop my claws.
You don't need a roll for that?
Nope. I
right.
just spend 1 bullet point. It takes a single turn to complete, though.
Okay. So you just pop your claws and that's all you can do for now?
I believe that's all I can do. I am just going to go up there and do I with my experience with being gangrel and recently, any knowledge I have or anything like that?
Roll your intelligence and occult.
Okay. That is going to be a big ol' 5 dice.
Standard difficulty.
One success.
As you look out over them, you do notice that the 5 kind of matted, ratty-looking werewolves. They do have glossy eyes over them. You're not sure if that's just like a werewolf thing or if they could be dominated. There's a chance that they could be dominated, though.
Okay.
Next is Margot.
Okay.
You see Deborah hiding behind a lounging couch as you're making your way down the stairs.
Okay.
You see 5 matted werewolves tearing shit up, breaking furniture, killing some people, and you see 2 black and oily werewolves going after Jasper.
Oh, jeez. Louise. Okay.
Your drive right now is to kind of save Deborah.
Yeah. So I'm going to grab Deborah and throw her into one of the feeding rooms. Unceremoniously.
Yeah. Not really going to make you roll for that. She's she's hiding, but still a little bit stiff and with fear, and you just kind of grab her and just shove her into a closet for now and close the door.
Yep.
Unfortunately, making yourself known, which we will get to later.
Okay.
We will move on to Candy. Unless there's anything else you would like to do that's small.
No.
Okay. Candy.
Yeah, I think Candy is going to... Can I have Unseen Presence and Mask of a Thousand Faces active at the same time, or would one, I don't think Mask of a Thousand Faces really matters at the moment, so I'm willing to give that up for Unseen Presence.
I'll let you give that up for Unseen Presence.
Okay, she will activate that, and as she's looking down, they're on the floor above where the werewolves are attacking, right?
Yes, you are currently above where the werewolves are attacking. Everybody else, though, is down on the main floor.
I think she's going to start moving downstairs, but she's also going to try to discern if there's something in particular these werewolves are going after or looking for, or if this attack is just completely erratic in nature.
Roll your wits and alertness. You can throw ambushes in there, too. This is kind of an ambush.
Okay. What difficulty will this be?
7.
Okay.
Oh, and a willpower. Okay. How many willpower do you have left? How much willpower?
5.
You have 5 left? Okay.
Yep.
So, this attack is completely... You can't... it feels random. It feels like it's there to cause chaos, maybe as a distraction for something else, but you're not certain.
Okay. With that, discerned, the last thing Candy will do is just try to start getting, do what Jasper did and try to start getting people out of the club.
So I'll need you to make the roll for that then.
Okay.
With stealth. And this is going to be difficulty probably 7 or 8. Actually, I'll do 8. You're touching and moving people, and yeah.
Oh, well then difficulty.
All right, you do maintain it. You do maintain it a fair bit. All right, Jasper, it's back to you.
And then it's not back to me because I just get my turn.
Oh, yes, that is true.
Big sad.
The werewolf who attacked you is going to attack you again. Sadly.
Come on, man.
Standing there as a target. You gonna try dodging again, or are you gonna try to soak it?
I'm gonna try and soak it this time. I roll my stamina.
Mm-hmm.
One success. That's not too bad.
All right.
So that puts me up to hurt, right?
Oh, no, we haven't done damage yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. I forgot that's the second roll. I'm too 5th edition pilled. I'm about to get cut in half.
Oh, no.
Oh, hold on.
55 damage.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
Murder.
please.
No.
Oh, wait. Ones don't count on damage, right?
Nope, that's bad.
That's pretty bad.
Jasper. That is 4 aggravated.
Sheesh.
Wouldn't it be 3 activated with
the soaked one?
Oh, yes, that would be 3. All right.
It's but a flesh wound.
It is but a flesh wound. All right.
I am losing a kidney or 3.
Yeah, and
3.
Wren, you see Jasper you see this claw of this werewolf just gash into Jasper really freaking hard.
Oh. Is it my go or is it?
It would be your go.
I'm going to go up to that werewolf that just attacked, and I am going to run up, jump at it, and just claw its face.
All right, go ahead and make your roll.
Remind me, that is going to be my strength plus. What is it? It's
Dex plus brawl.
Dex plus brawl.
That's your hit.
Yep. All right, that is going to be 6 dice. 6. All right. Oh my god! I am spending a willpower to reroll those 2 dice.
All right.
Let's go 10s.
Oh, I'm gonna put the name on that, but that's fine.
Okay, that's 3 successes.
All right, so with your 3 successes,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and roll your strength plus 1.
Yep, so that is going to be 5, I believe. Yep. Difficulty 6, and they will not be able to soak this damage. Unless they have something like Fortitude. Which is 2.
They take 2 damage?
Take 2 damage. Unless have some...
They take 1.
They have something like fortitude?
Werewolves.
Shit. Alright. I thought I was doing good by being able to bypass that, but nope. Okay. Shit.
You do 1 point of aggravated, though.
Yes, I do 1 point of aggravated. Yep.
You see blood start leaking out of them. Next.
I'm also going to
go. Oh, yes.
And I would also like to growl at them, basically. Just try to match their ferocity. Just the gangrel side is coming out pretty good right now.
All right. Margot.
Yeah.
Debbie is safe. Deborah is safe now.
Debbie's safe. My friends are getting absolutely fucking wrecked. I don't like that. I don't like that whatsoever. So, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna distract one of them. I'm gonna distract the one that's really fucking up Jasper right now, actually.
All right.
Margot clears her throat and will perch herself up to get a little bit of height over these things. And she is going to do her Siren's Beckoning.
Your new ability.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So I have to roll a manipulation and performance. The difficulty is equal to that creature's willpower. And for it to resist me, it has to make a willpower roll. Difficulty, my appearance and my performance, which is 8.
All right. So your difficulty is going to be 5.
Cool. Performance. 2 successes. And did you say that we can spend willpower to reroll? Did I hear that correctly?
Yes.
I will
for
spend
one specifically, I believe. I'm sorry.
Oh,
One
okay.
specifically.
Oh, okay.
Would you say they get to roll to resist?
They have to roll their willpower, difficulty 8.
8.
Shoot. Come on. Margot.
They got 1 success. I beat them.
You do beat them. So
So-
they were rolled by you, essentially.
That one in particular is enthralled by me, and as long as I keep it up, once I accumulate 5 successes, he gets a derangement.
Perfect. Y'all are starting to hear the sounds of footsteps coming from above you. But not before Candy gets to act.
Do I currently hear the footsteps?
Everyone does.
Okay. Candy will go see what that's about. She doesn't really particularly fancy fighting a werewolf, and Margot seems to be distracting the one that was attacking Jasper, so she's going to go investigate that.
All right. You see Pham Hong and Genghis, a Ventrue and a Bruja, start running down the stairs. They seem like they were in one of the offices on the 3rd floor. And they're coming down to meet you now.
Okay, well, that's good. She will be a bit relieved that it seems like there's help coming in. And I think what she's going to do is she's going to run over to help. She's going to run over and try to see if she can help Wren and Jasper. She's not going to actively attack the werewolf since it's focused on Margot, but she's just going to position herself in case more come at them.
Well, it's focused. One of them is focused on Wren.
Okay.
Another one's focused on Margot. And then there are 5 others.
One of them's focused on Wren. She will see if there's a way for her to, create a distraction.
Not unless you drop Unseen Presence.
don't really want to do that. Does it look like there are still mortals in the club, or does it look like the club is mostly evacuated at this point?
Mostly evacuated. Some of them are still leaving after the guidance of you and Jasper. Then any you guys didn't get to are currently being turned into red mist.
Okay, yeah, I think it's fine to drop Unseen Presence. She's going to try to distract the one that's going after Wren. Try to give him an opening.
All right. I'm going to make a note of that, and you will get there when you get there. Now, Bam Hong makes his way down the steps and sees what's happening. And he sees the five other werewolves that you guys are not intermingled with that are turning the patrons into red mist. And he's going to go run over and try to punch one of them really freaking hard. Hold on, I can remember everything. Oh. I can mostly remember everything. 2, 3, 5 against their 5. Yeah, and you see him just beat the shit out of one of them. As you see him just uppercut one in the stomach. And you see the werewolf actually slide a few feet back. Jasper, it is your turn next.
I'm going to look down at my bloodied side and look up at the werewolf, and start trying to mitigate this a little more strongly. Because neither I nor Jasper know what werewolves think about vampire mind control powers. I want to try and entrance, since Margot's working on one, I'll entrance another one that I see ripping somebody else open. So that's going to be difficulty of the victim's current willpower, but I can just roll the dice if you don't want to tell me that. And if I succeed, they'll be entranced for an hour. They're enthralled by me.
Difficulty 5.
And I will be willpowering this.
Go ahead.
Holy!
Oh my god.
6 successes. So if there's nothing special, that means I have them entranced for longer than a year per the chart in the book.
Correct. You do get the connection, but it doesn't show.
Oh, it's still trying to kill people?
Yep. You get the sense that it's resisting by spending its own willpower now.
Oh.
Just gonna yell at it. Stop! Stop! Come get your boy! Stop it! That'll be my turn. Bad dog!
It kind of smiles and snickers, and then just the two of them run away, but do kind of give out, before they do let out a little bit of a howl and bark, almost. Feels
you better come back home tonight.
It sounds strange and wrong. But you do see the 5 other ones, except the 4 other ones, turn to look at all of you, start to move. One of them does make their way up to Wren. Another one makes its way past you guys up to Genghis. One of them goes over to Margot. And yeah, one of them goes over to you, Jasper. Leaving Candy, I believe, the only one who isn't.
If one of them is the one that I'm focusing on, I don't believe that they are allowed to move because they're in trance.
You're right. Yeah, sorry. I should say it. So the one that Jasper tried to did enthrall spent willpower to run away. The other one is stuck there, not able to move. Thank you for the correction. Do they get to do that though? No. All right. Wren.
Yes.
So everyone in your group is currently surrounded by a werewolf, or has a werewolf attached to them, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
You have your own. They are. There's only one of them who is. Only one werewolf is still in the black. That's black and oily of the two. Only one of them is still there, and they look stuck and panicking inside their own head. You have four. Sorry, you have five. No, four. I was right. You have four matted werewolves in front of each and every single one of you, except for Margot, who has the black and oily one. So you have your own if you would like to attack them.
Yes, I would. I realized I forgot to do some extra stuff on the last damage, but it's all good. So I will just hit this guy.
All right. Go ahead and claw at them.
Yep. That's going to be 4 successes.
Wonderful.
So reason why I said I forgot some stuff was I forgot to add my potence plus the extra dice for over hitting. So
all right.
So we got
take 1 point off your damage roll.
5, 6, 7. Man, that's going to be 11 dice. Oh, boy. Here we go. 6 successes.
Whee!
So that's 5 in total, because
Yeah,
the one
5
that
in
big
total.
bot.
Yep.
God.
This is what happens. When Wren hits something, they're either going to be very bloodied or they're going down.
Yeah, this guy is bloody. You shove your claws into him, and you just rake through the fur, the layer of fur and skin, and it feels good. It's been a long time since you had the chance to do this. All right. Genghis finishes. No, he has one as well. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, he has his own. And he is also going to just do his best to do a punch. I think he's a little bit weaker. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh my god.
God, he is mean. Alright, so that's his damage. That's the werewolf's. Oh, hold on. Getting 6 other dice again.
Yes. Oh.
So that's 7 damage for him.
Mm-hmm.
So the werewolf gets to soak it now.
That's 5.
It's 5. Yeah, the werewolf looks. The werewolf in front of him is just. It has a visible, like, kind of broken bone inside of him. Margot, you have a enthralled werewolf. Not enthralled. A stuck, mentally going crazy werewolf in front of you.
We are going to do it again.
All right.
I'm going to keep that up. And it's just going to be an extended roll. So again, I'm going to roll my manipulation and performance, the difficulty being 5, and he is going to roll his willpower being a difficulty 8.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Another 2 successes and another 1 for him.
A failure.
Perfect. Yeah. Cool.
Sitting at 4 successes in total now.
Yep. So 1 more success on my end, and actually, I'm going to spend a willpower to reroll that 1.
Go ahead.
Oh, come on.
I just want to see.
Don't jinx it, Jimmy.
There we
It's
go.
one die. It's one die
Let's
for
go.
Margot. Come on.
Wait, do you have a specialty on this?
You don't need one.
I don't need
Or is
one.
this an extra success?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that puts him at 5, which means that he gains a derangement.
What derangement do you want them to have?
Oh God, I'd have to look at the book.
Vampphobia.
Do you want to give them agoraphobia?
Yeah, agoraphobia could work.
Yeah, this guy looks panicked and stuck. And they look like they're just trying to desperately move their body out of the way. They're still stuck looking at you, trying to resist, but they can't. Candy.
Over the time, if I get up to 20, so every time that I roll that, it's an extra night of that derangement. If I get 20 successes over the span of this combat, it's permanent.
All right.
Sheesh.
Right, Candy.
Okay, so out of everyone who is currently fighting a werewolf, Jasper looks the most hurt, so I'm gonna try to help him. Might not be the smartest thing to do, but I'm gonna be helpful.
Very polite of you, thank you.
She's going to go over to the werewolf that's focused on Jasper and just try to clock it in the head. She's probably gonna have to jump to punch it because she's so short, but she'll try.
Awesome.
Yeah. Or at least hit it in the back of the knee to make it buckle.
Yeah.
All right. Dex plus Brawl, difficulty 6.
That's 5 successes.
Wonderful. So go ahead and roll your strength plus your potence plus 4.
That's 4 successes.
Okay. So they take 2 points of bashing damage. And then we're going to move over to Fam. Fam is going to, again, just try to beat the shit out of another werewolf. Of the same werewolf, I should say. How much did they do last time? Yeah, that's enough. 7. Ugh. Oof. Yeah, not great. Though he does knock it out. As it lays on the floor, its form starts to go back to that of a human, wearing very torn up, tattered clothes. Next, we go over to Jasper again.
Well, my plan to become a Pokemon trainer ran away from me. So I'm gonna find one that's like engagers doing the rest. I'm gonna point at one. I'm gonna try and scare it away because I don't want to have a whole cadre of werewolves. One is enough for Jasper. So I want to try and dread gaze one. Oh, and speaking of, I should spend my blood points. There we go. Yeah. Don't be a cheater. So it's going to be, I'm going to roll Charisma plus Intimidation, difficulty there, Wits plus Courage. And I'm going to try and do it like as an extended test where I make his dice pool smaller and smaller. And if they ever get to 0, he's basically stunned.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Gotta make sure. All right. So your difficulty is gonna be 6.
5 successes. Holy.
All right. And they
That's
don't get
-5 on his pools, at least for now.
All right. It's fine.
I like bare my fangs, and I bark at them like a mean dog.
All right. Yeah. And all right, Wren. Actually, no, it'd be the werewolves' turns.
Yep.
We're just gonna roll it all as a collective damage against everybody, except for Margot. And Jasper. We're not gonna do Jasper's. Oh, God damn it. Gotta remember I'm not doing using a different bot. Alright. I'm gonna have everyone roll their stamina.
Alright. That's going to be 4 dice for me because I get +1 for fortitude.
I get 1 extra die for soak rolls from Tough Hide.
Alright, that's all good.
I don't.
3 successes.
1 success.
Failure.
Oh no.
Except for Margot. And Jasper.
okay. Okay, never mind.
For
Never
Margot
mind.
and Jasper, you two are fine.
Leave me alone.
Oh,
Leave me
that's
alone.
right. I fully.
Right.
I
We're
got
hot
so
girl
obsessed
shit.
with the idea of getting blasted.
No. Jasper and Margot are on hot girl shit right now.
We're just flexing.
Candy takes 1 point of aggravated damage. And Wren, you take 1.
None.
1.
1? Even after soaking 3 with fortitude?
Someone's claws do gleam and glimmer.
Oh, fuck. Alright. Alright. Got it marked. I was just making sure. Oh, God.
And for the sake of time, we'll say that you do eventually kill them all. Or at least knock them out. The ones that had been... The 2 of you that can only do bashing damage, did your bashing damage and knocked out a werewolf together. Wren, you definitely killed one of them. And Margot, you broke one's mind so bad. And you kept up with it as you watched Wren, Thom, and Genghis eviscerated. And after the fight, after everything's settled, you see their bodies revert back into a human form. All 5 of them. Body, the floor, the main floor, is covered in bodies and blood. Thom and Genghis send 4 of you, 5 of you on your way after you collect Deborah from the closet. You spend the rest of your night recovering, those of you who took damage. Jasper, if you want to heal anyone who took aggravated damage, you are allowed to spend blood points to heal that back up.
Is it 1-to-1?
1-to-1.
I gotta eat.
Margot's just filing her nails.
And you all spend your blood points to wake up for the night. And starting with Margot, you get a call. Deborah picks up the phone, and as soon as she you can almost hear one word as she immediately hands it to you.
Hello?
Hello, is this Margot Beaufont?
Depends on who's asking.
The Prince.
Yes, very well. This is her.
I heard you and your coterie were at the club last night.
We were.
Good. come here. And he immediately hangs up the phone.
Oh boy. Okay, that's either really good or really bad. And she's going to go on and put on her other fancy dress. This time it's black with red ruffles underneath and a pair of red heels to match.
Wren.
Yes.
You also get a phone call. You hear your landline ringing.
Oh, okay. I pick it up. Wren speaking.
Good. This is Loden. You were at the club last night, correct?
I was.
Good. Come in.
Will do.
And he hangs up.
I'll hang up. I'll just start. I'll dust off. I look at my outfit. That's my nice outfit's like, God damn it, that was my only nice outfit. And I just find the second nicest one. Still has
it has some holes in it, and not overly big holes like your previously nicest outfit, which now has a lot of holes, big holes in it.
Yep. I think I'm gonna have to take Margot and Margot up on that offer. Okay, let's just go.
Candy?
Yes.
You hear your cell phone ringing. Your big old cell phone.
He will pick up.
Hello?
Candy?
Yes.
Were you at the club last night?
Who is this?
Loden.
Candy literally pulls the phone away from her ear and stifles a scream. and then she puts the phone back to her ear and goes, I was there.
I heard that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry?
Come in to the club tonight.
Okay.
And you hear him hang up first.
Candy screams into her hands. But she will put on a nice, one of her nice looking outfits, again, from back when she was human, and she will check her hair, even though it doesn't really matter because most of it has fallen out. But she'll try to look presentable. She'll activate Mask of 1,000 Faces again and then head over to the club.
All right. Go ahead and make your rolls. Your roll for it and spend your blood for it as much as you would like.
Okay.
And we'll move on to Jasper. Jasper, you wake up. It's later in the night for you. Do you feel tired? Do you spend all of your blood to heal all of your aggravated damage?
Yeah, and I'm starving. Not dangerously so, but my tummy's a rumbling.
Tummy's a rumbling. And you see Blackjack kind of he's sitting kind of outside your room, just waiting for you.
Are we good?
Well, I see you've healed yourself while you slept, so technically, yes. Now, what the fuck is it that I hear about you being at the club last night? Not just, I don't know. You killed werewolves?
No.
Killed wolfines.
Wolfines were killed. I didn't. They certainly tried to kill me. I gave one my I'm pretty sure one of them likes me a lot, but he ran away. Some of them definitely got gutted after. They were subdued. Margot drove one of them crazy. I don't know, but there was an attack. A few of them got put down. Yeah.
hear the phone ring. He just goes, God fucking damn it. This is why I don't like attention.
I'll cross and go answer the phone since... Well, is he crashing with me, or am I at his place?
You're at his place, but it's shared between the two of you.
Sure. Just a couple of dudes, bachelors. I'll go answer the phone.
He is your sire, so...
History will call them roommates.
It's weirder than that.
Don't. Gotta buy my tongue here. I'm going to be turned into a meme. Yes, and he's going to say, Jasper Black.
Oh, supposed to talk. Speaking.
You and your coterie were at the club last night. Am I wrong?
Unfortunately.
You were not at the club last night.
No, we were. I just regret it. I was at the club.
Good. That's the answer I'm looking to hear. Come down. Don't let Blackjack to the club. Do not let Blackjack know that you were coming here.
Who's speaking?
He's actually just gonna hang up.
I look at Blackjack. I look within myself. Someone's calling me and asking me to come to the club.
Sure, it is someone from the tower. Go.
Alright. Listen, I got a scheme to run by you later. He's like grabbing his coat to leave. But they seem pretty serious, so later. I head to the club.
Alright.
I am going to use a willpower to re-roll those ones because that is a horrible roll.
That is horrible.
Any chance I can, like, snag a bite on the way in?
How are you going to do that?
Maybe I go to some, like, shitty little dive bar, find someone who might be into me, and, they go make out behind the bar or something and get some blood in the meantime.
Appearance subterfuge, difficulty 6. And Candy, that is a total of 2 successes.
I can live with that.
Okay. How many blood points did you spend?
2.
Okay.
3 successes.
All right. I'll let you get 3 points of blood back.
Safer. Thank you.
All right, then. Anybody else needing to feed or do anything else before they get there?
I think I will be needing to feed.
Yeah, I'm going to feed too.
Okay.
Same.
So, Candy, roll Dex plus Stealth if you're being stealthy about it, or Appearance and Subterfuge if you're going to try to be flirtatious. Wren, how are you feeding?
Most likely just picking off on the homeless, basically.
All right, Dex plus Stealth, difficulty 5, Candy 6, whichever route you choose. Margot, Seduction?
Yes.
All right.
And by
Go
the way,
ahead.
do I get silent movements?
Yes.
Or no? Okay.
Yes. Add your specialties as you want.
Standard difficulty for me.
Yes. So you get 4 points of blood back, Candy. You get your 5.
Yay. I'm full. Yay.
And 6 from Margot. So you all make your way to the club, somehow magically arriving together. And you notice that club is quiet from the outside and security is ramped the fuck up. They look at the three of you plus Candy. They nod at you. They look kind of questioningly at Candy. Still allow you to pass. The club is acting semi-normally on the inside. It is definitely smaller. Smaller crowd tonight.
Mm-hmm.
There's still the scent of iron in the air. All the blood that was spilt. You make your way up the stairs, past the second floor, up to the third, the one that looks over everything in the club. You see a guard. Standing outside of the ballroom, the one where the party was once held. He looks at you and opens the door, motioning for you all to go in.
You go in?
I go in.
I go in.
I go in.
All right. There are 6 chairs set out for you. Do you all sit clumped together or spaced out? How do you do it?
I'll sit in the middle. I'll take an encouraging first step.
Oh, yeah, I'm just going to say they clump together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Just clump together like a bunch of little penguins.
Yep.
And you see Loden with his back turned. He's holding something in one arm. And there are 4 other people around the room. Sorry. There are 4 people around the room that just seem to be ghouls or kind of regular people. They still breathe, as you all notice. You do see Pham, and you see Balthazar and Brennan Thornhill. And in front of Loden, you see 5 bodies. All of them are in their human forms, and in what would have been good club attire, but it's now in shreds. He turns around, as do the other 3 kindred. Loden motions for you all to sit. And then he looks at Brennan and Balthazar. He also nods for them to go over. They sit wherever you guys don't sit. Pham Hong is standing right next to him. So, as I have already asked, you 4, Mr. Hong, were at the club last night during the incident.
Yes.
That is correct.
Yeah. Yeah, I was here.
He looks at Margot.
Mm-hmm.
When you fought them, he's looking directly at you and seemingly only questioning you.
I mean, I didn't personally get into hand-to-hand combat with them. I just did what I could do to subdue one. Make it behave.
How did you do that? I thought you were a Toreador.
The power of persuasion.
Yes, the one that we commonly call presence. Definitely does that in all the years and decades that I have seen. He looks to the other three. I heard that the three of you all fought. And he looks at Wren. Then you did some real damage.
Yes, that is correct.
He'll offer out a hand to you. And offers a actually kind of warm smile.
This is the most I think. Everyone's thinking to themselves, this is possibly the most Gangrel has ever been respected around here, so we're just going to shake his hand.
Don't be afraid, it's fine. He looks to the other two. And I congratulate you too as well. You did what you could. And he looks over his shoulder at him. Said you two did your best to attack, and you eventually took one down, though through combined efforts. And you used mind magic. Now, what were you all doing before the incident occurred?
Getting ready to have a little chat. You reconnected after a little while, updating everybody on what we've been up to, what's going on in the city. Unfortunately, we didn't really get there.
Well, perhaps you wouldn't have needed to reconnect if the two of you, he looks at you, Jasper, and you, Wren, the two of you had actually been there at Elysium. Almost a little over a month ago now. If you two had actually been there.
He's like pretty personally frustrated we weren't there then. Like that's the vibe I'm getting.
Go ahead and make like a wits empathy check.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm incredible at this.
Uh-huh.
3 successes.
Yeah, he's pissed that you weren't at Elysium. It's, it's standard even though he doesn't really, you're still considered a anarch. He does know people have been trying to gather some favor for you among the Camarilla, so he's upset that you weren't there, that you were undermining their efforts.
Is there anybody in the room that I know is an associate of Nikolai's?
Other than the fact that Nikolai's a Primogen and would know Lodin through working with him? No.
I look over and I meet Wren's eyes, and I look at the prince, and I say, well, because Jasper's an asshole, but he isn't. He wants to live. I apologize for the lack of discretion, Prince, but we were actually called on orders from one of your Primogen away from the Elysium.
He looks at Wren.
That is
Who, other than your boss, told you to go do something? Who gave the order, other than me, through her, told you to do something on the night of Elysium, where it is important for every kindred of the tower, and even some of your own kind, and he's staring at Wren but points at Jasper. Those of your kind, it is important and imperative for them to show up, to make sure that the status quo is maintained, that the masquerade is upheld, that everybody knows what's going on within the city. So who the fuck gave the order?
Well, you're his boss. It was Primogen Nikolai, sir. I was under the impression it was official business.
Good to know.
So was Wren, for the record. We met up there. Apologies if it caused you any trouble.
none taken, other than the fact of you wouldn't have had to meet with anybody in your coterie last night if you had actually shown up. So you went into another room to talk and catch up. About what? And he looks over to the Nosferatu.
Candy looks away. Candy does not make eye contact with this man.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were there. Now I'm a little scared.
Candy.
Yes, sir, Prince. Your Grace.
What were you all talking about? Do not make this harder than it has to be.
Yes, Your Grace. We were talking about how, the mission that Primogen, Nikolai, and the gang, and, sent them on. It's kind of my fault. Not what happened is my fault. It's that I'm the person who noticed the thing that made Primogen Nikolai concerned. There was the school or someone who was wandering around talking about how they had this strange feeling, and there was a blood vial in the area that they were talking about, and a rat came to me, because rats talk to me sometimes, and they said that they had this strange concern about like a bloody worm in them. So I told my Primogen, and then he told me to tell the Tremere Primogen. And so that's why they went out, and we were just kind of talking about that.
Margot, can I have you roll Intelligence and Occult? Intelligence and Occult at difficulty 8.
Okay. I would like to spend a willpower to gain an auto success.
Wunderbar.
One success.
Oh,
It's not a botch, and I still got a success, so.
You hear bloody worm come out of Candy's mouth, and your brain and the fugue inside of you has a sharp note, and you panic. Bloody worm, bloody worm, bloodworm.
Blood.
That's something bad. As far as you know, that is something incredibly bad for everybody on every single side.
Blood. Where is this worm? We never had the chance to get into it. Where did you see this bloody worm? Where is this bloody worm?
He looks over to Jasper. Where?
We didn't find it. There was some kind of vial of black blood. I don't know. I didn't open it. It was above my pay grade. Nikolai did some Tremere shit and exploded it or something. He knew. I don't.
You actually see Loden relax a slight bit. Candy, next time you see this sort of thing, please bring it up with... Tell your Imogen. Make sure that... and tell them to tell me next time.
Yes, Your Grace.
So you were talking about your mission. Or you were about to. Then what happened?
Margot took her shoes off and ran out the door.
And I heard the screaming and ripping of clothing.
You see him look over at the bodies. Them, most likely.
Most likely. So Margot, how did you know to take off your shoes and start running?
Rose's intuition.
Damn it, now I gotta roll.
Because aspects is the thing. Can I roll something to keep a straight face?
Yeah, let me get to the specific aspects power. Alright. I'll let you roll. I'm going to be kind to you and give you wits and not intelligence. And I'm going to have you roll wits and empathy in
Okay.
the sense of you were being a little bit wise about covering up how you feel.
Okay.
In the sense that this is going to change your aura.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Difficulty standard, I assume?
Standard.
Ba, 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 ba. I am
You want
going
to spend
to
a
spend a willpower to re-roll that one, yeah.
All right. How many willpower do you have left?
After this, I'll have 5.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Because even if I fail, that's still 3 successes. You'll just mitigate the 1.
All right.
That is 4 successes.
You do successfully kind of hide and change your aura. And you could see him kind of try to look at you. Yes, Rose's intuition. Very generous, isn't it? You see his eyes kind of just shift back over into a more normal state. So, you had the intuition to run after something. Possibly, maybe, you did hear the tearing and screaming. You take your shoes off and you run.
Mm-hmm.
What did you see next?
Bodies being ripped apart. A bunch of lupine.
How
Some
many?
of them. There were 5, right?
7.
7. About 7. Some of them with fur, like oil. Some of them dirty. They were ripping people apart. The only thing that I was thinking about was my Deborah.
She is a good one, isn't she?
Very.
He turns around, counts out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why am I missing 2?
They got away, sir. One, I tried to put my own mind control on, but I guess he shrugged it off. The other one ran out with him.
Well, let it be known to all of you that the masquerade was upheld last night, whether it be some sort of ability that the lupine have or by sheer fucking luck. Now, all of you, and he motions to everyone in the room, let it be known through all channels that you can that it is a open blood hunt on all lupine.
I'll relay that.
I want them all dead and gone. Find them, kill them.
Will do.
You see Balthazar stand up, and so does Brennan. Brennan leaves the room. Balthazar looks to Loden. Loden looks at Thom and Balthazar. Kind of gives a nod and a little bit of a look and nod towards the door. And Balthazar goes over to Jasper and Wren, where Thom goes over to Margot. Leaving kind of Candy alone, but the two of them start escorting all of you out. But again, keeping their distance from Candy. What would you all like to do?
I want to try and call in my boon with Nikolai as soon as possible. But my plans take time, so
I gotta do my job. So I'm going to contact my primogen.
yeah, I'm gonna have to have a sit down with Blackjack about what was just said, or otherwise Loden's gonna blame me for nobody finding out. But that might be able to wait until we settle stuff between us. Speaking of, I want to speak to Candy here. So, like, what were you doing? So you learned about this first? I sort of try to like put my hand on her shoulder amicably, like, is there anything you're holding out on us with? It seems like we might be in for trouble.
Candy jumps when Jasper touches her.
Sorry. He'll put his hand in his pocket.
It's okay. Just the prince. He makes me kind of nervous. That's all.
He sort of like rolls. He like takes a deep breath and raises his eyebrows. Tell me about it. I wasn't sure he was gonna let me walk out of there. I don't know, but me and Wren, we've had some dealings at the Primogen before. But I mean, you saw this first. Is there anything else that hasn't come up?
No, I don't think so. I keep my ear to the ground. We nos. We keep in touch with each other and we know things. Like I said, a rat came to me and I heard a ghoul talking about how they had this strange feeling about a blood vial. I watch people. Sometimes it's just kind of part of my job.
Okay. Hey, and thank you for coming to my rescue with that werewolf. He was absolutely gonna rip my lungs out.
It's no trouble. I figured I should do something.
Is Margot going to go talk to Annabelle or anyone else?
No, Margot looks like she's having a whole ass mini mentee bee.
Real.
Hmm.
So, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I would like to think that as everyone is having their conversations, or Margot and Deborah look away or anything like that, I'm already gone, unseen presence, and I'm gone to try to find my primogen.
Candy will try to find her primogen as well.
Margot. Your mentee bee. Your mental breakdown.
My little mentee
Real.
bee.
What's going on there?
Between the constant music in her head, the thought of her possibly getting found out by the prince of what she is, and having to work a little bit extra hard to conceal a lot of stuff. She's having a bit of a spiral moment right now. She's probably okay. Hyper specific moment thing. Y'all know those pictures of the guys that are midlife crisis with the cigarette in their hand, sitting on the curb of a sidewalk.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben Affleck getting Dunkin' Donuts.
Yes, exactly. She is Ben Affleck getting Dunkin' Donuts right now. Full on having a moment. And she knows that she needs to reach out to Annabelle at some point. But the music in her head's not stopping. And for the first time in a long time, she lets out a cry and smacks her head and just is silently begging for it to stop for a minute. One minute.
Can you roll me a willpower check of your temporary?
Okay. That'd be 5.
For a blissful 30 seconds, it's gone. It's short-lived, though, because after that 30 seconds, it's back, and it's loud. It almost feels louder.
Just I get it. The music can't ever stop, and the fugue, it'll never stop, and it's never going to stop, and it's never going to stop. And she gets up and just screams a loud scream. It doesn't do anything, but it makes her feel better for a moment. But her voice just gets pitched out. She is that scream. Anybody who might be still within a slight walking distance hears it, because she is unintentionally going to activate the what's it called?
So Wren.
Yeah,
She's
I would still.
Yeah.
Even if I'm more than walking distance, I would still hear it.
Yep.
Yeah. She unintentionally activates Phantom Speaker to just throw her voice.
Yeah, you throw it high, so it actually gets even louder. And everybody else, actually not everybody else, can I have Jasper and Candy roll me a perception alertness? And if you have anything related to noise, you definitely hear it.
So it took me a second because my cat was trying to step on the keyboard.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, if you can roll a perception alertness. Hear
2
Margot's
successes.
2 successes.
You guys hear this very loud scream. Jasper, the voice does sound a bit familiar to you, as you know Margot's scream. You've heard her at least scream once before. Maybe not in this sense. It does sound loud, and maybe not even from the specific point. You're not really sure. But Candy, you do hear a woman shriek.
Candy will activate Unseen Presence and then head towards the source.
Oh shit, that's Margot. I'll sprint back to where I hear it.
Yeah. Margot's lifting up trash cans and kicking them around, and this is probably the most. Once you like actually get to her, she's not even paying attention. She is in a full-on mental break.
Hey, Margot.
Oh,
Hey, you okay? What's wrong? Did something happen?
It won't stop.
Just gonna sort of. I'm gonna close the gap a little bit to be closer. Hey, what won't stop, Margot?
Stop. Make it stop.
Is there anyone else around, Vironz?
Wren, do you show up? Do you deactivate Unseen Presence? Same goes to you, Candy.
Candy will. Is this like happening in a secluded spot? Or just out in
That's
the
what I'm
open?
getting at.
I believe this is kind of in the alley.
Okay, if it's in an alley, she'll deactivate Unseen Presence.
I think Wren was like thinking halfway of just ignoring it, but after everything, I just can't. I do run back and I do activate Unseen Presence.
You see your 2 other friends.
I'm just going to approach Margot. Whoa, stop, Margot. What's wrong?
It doesn't ever go away, and I'm so sick of it constantly playing in my head every waking moment, and I just subjected to.
I am just going to. Is there a way we can make it better? I am just getting closer and closer to Margot. Just.
No. I need to be honest with you. I'm not a Toreador. Surprise.
Oh.
That's certainly some pretty big news. Is this, he thinks better of it and stops. I won't ask anything until we're somewhere definitely a little more private. Is that related?
Yes. To everything.
Should we head over to... Where's...
Think you cut out?
No, I'm just trying to think here.
Oh.
Are we close to your place, or is there a better place where we can have this discussion?
Somewhere silent, somewhere quiet. I need quiet Oh, a minute.
Let's head out to. Let's go out. I know it's a little bit out, but let's go over to my place. That's out on the outskirts. It's away from the hustle and bustle.
Where to?
Yes, we lead, and I'm going to lead everyone to my place.
Can I have lupines at your house?
You doing this by a car? Train?
Most likely train, or I normally just use public transportation.
So, can I have people roll me a perception awareness?
No.
Margot's down to just take a big
Margot!
ol' 0.
Margot is not in, even if I had a dice pool, not in a good place right now. She's not paying attention.
5 dice. I mean, so it's like everyone's perception awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Would this
Standard.
be down to
difficulty.
okay? Would it be difficulty 4 for me with acute?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
Alertness is that would be more go towards alertness. Awareness is more supernatural.
Okay, I am going to spend a willpower to reroll those 2 dice. I don't like that.
All right. So nothing from Candy, 2 from Jasper.
Just
And
1.
Wren doesn't get. Wren gets 1. Jasper, as you guys are kind of moving your way towards the nearest, train station to get moving towards the outskirts of the city, you have a feeling of dread coming from somewhere nearby. You're not really sure where. You feel like it's coming from somewhere on your right, but all you see is kind of 2 normal looking people. But there's emanating rage.
Hey, heads up. And I'm going to turn to look at the 2. Any recognition at all?
You go, hey, what's up?
No. I say to the the coterie, hey, heads up, something is wrong. And then I look at the 2 people to see if I can recognize them or see anything on them that indicates anything to me.
Well, they look human-ish. They do look a little bit stronger than a normal human. Not even you would almost think bodybuilder, but they're not bodybuilders. They can't be.
Are they paying attention to us?
They do seem to be sniffing the air quite a lot, and they do seem to be looking towards your direction now.
Oh, shit.
Guys, we gotta go. Is Margot how much is she walking and how much are we sort of carrying her at this point?
Yes.
All right. I am going to use my Brewhop powers to pick her up like I'm holding a disobedient cat and start running away. We gotta go.
Candy will also start running. She just assumes something bad is happening.
Okay. I'm assuming at this point she would have had her mask on. I'm not going to make a roll for that, but
yeah, unseen presence at least.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, soon as I'm going to keep pace with him because I know where I'm going, so I can't just unseen presence away and leave everyone blind.
Meet me at my house, guys. Fucking advantages.
As you all start running away, you do hear the sounds of ripping skin and cracking bone and tearing cloth.
As soon as I hear that, I will
howl.
as soon as I start hearing the ripping of clothing, I will go ahead and immediately start popping my claws.
You're still running though?
Yes, I'm just. Yep.
Jasper, Candy, Wren.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, yeah. Can I have you roll me your Dex plus Athletics? Jasper, add 1 die of celerity.
Why not get all of it? That's so sad.
You are carrying somebody.
But potence?
Potence does not help.
Potence is for the carry.
Worth a shot.
Margot is not that fat.
No, she is not. But she is also. She doesn't. She is not the weight of the paper.
All of the potence is going towards carrying Margot. Wow.
I mean, no. All the potence is going towards carrying Margot because Jasper has 1 dot of strength.
Oh,
yeah, that's,
Jesus!
Yeah, I got bonus for my knife damage.
It would have been better. Well, then again, I'm the tank and the damage dealer if we're dealing with Lupine, so it would be inconvenient. No offense.
No, this is the proper course of action.
Yep, yeah, it is.
So yes, you don't weigh like a paper. You just weigh.
No, I'm
very weak.
Oh my god.
Right.
Oh god, they're gonna eat the nos.
No.
Dang. I will spend willpower to reroll the 1.
All right.
That is 3 successes.
I'm on a fucking roll tonight.
Oh.
All right. For the sake of brevity, I will say that Jasper and Margot make it out of the way. Andy, I will give you the opportunity to use, and Wren, I will give both of you the opportunity to use Obfuscate and duck off into an alley for a bit, for a few minutes.
Yep.
We will definitely do that.
All right.
I will definitely.
It will have you both roll wits plus stealth at difficulty 6.
Okay. Do I get my specialty of silent movements?
And Daredevil.
Oh shit! Yes, that's good to know. And difficulty 6.
Andy's fine.
And oh no, Ren, 2 successes for Ren.
How do we give you better luck? I don't
know. It's
on a pool of 10 dice,
Yep.
you got 2. All right.
It's me, Myron. I don't understand my own luck.
All right. So, Jasper and Margot do kind of make their way towards the train station and duck off and hide. And, well, Wren and Candy do hide off in an alley for a few minutes and make their way up to the train station, doing their best and successfully avoiding the lupine. You see your 2 other coterie mates.
Are they following?
I think we lost them.
Yeah, let's go in.
You'll get on the first train out of there. I don't care where it's going.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm just going in. Going in. I'm not saying anything.
Take the midnight train going anywhere.
We can connect on the next one to your house, but I'm not getting eaten by a werewolf because I didn't want to miss my train.
Well, did you know it's going to Georgia? No, it is luckily enough going over to Wren's side of the city, or on the north side. Takes you all about 20 minutes with the stops. Actually, I should say 30 with the stops to get to Jasper's place. It's a run-down looking place, isn't it?
Wren's, yes.
Yeah.
It is.
Did I say Jasper's?
Yes, you did.
I was like, hey.
I don't want to meet Blackjack.
Yes,
Yeah,
you are at
cool.
Wren's place.
Yeah,
No, I don't.
it's a little rundown. It does its job.
Place for you to sleep.
Yep.
Are we safe?
We should be. I'll keep an eye out, but
Okay. I believe I owe some of you an explanation. So, not a corridor, not a Malkavian. I'm what they call one of the daughters
the daughters.
of Cacophony. We are like many of those who know what we are. Say if a Toreador and a Malkavian had a baby, that's what we are. That thing that I was doing to those wolves is a special gift that I possess. It's not quite like what a Malkavian can do. It's not quite like what a Toreador can do. It's a mix of both. And one of the downsides is I constantly have music in my head that I cannot turn off. And if I try, it comes back louder, which makes me go just a little, well, you heard.
Yeah.
The reason why I ran out without my shoes on is because I am connected in a weird way with an almost unnatural instinct. Where instead of it being whispers in my head, it is music, sound. It makes it very hard to keep focus. And if I don't, and if I expend too much of myself, I get dangerous. And that is what you saw. I expended a little bit too much of myself, and it needed to blow off a little bit of steam. They call us sirens and banshees and songbirds, and many of us are very gifted with talking and performance. We are also prone to people keeping us captive and using us whenever they need their own twisted form of entertainment.
Is that your situation with Annabelle?
No, quite the opposite, actually.
That's good to hear. Is there any way... Sorry.
It is that situation with a member of the Ventru clan. I am held captive, and nobody quite knows what I am except for a small handful of people, Prince included. He does not know who I am. He does not know what I am. Because if he did know, would you really want to be owned by a prince?
No, I wouldn't.
I am a part of the Camarilla because they offered me a protection that I could not refuse. I have a freedom that the Anox cannot provide for me. Which I know might sound a bit ironic to some of you.
Listen, even I have the sense to be polite to the prince. I can't begrudge you for looking out for your own safety. Is there anything we can do to help with the music? I know it doesn't stop, but I don't know. Play our own music loudly, act predictably.
Unfortunately, unless you have a way to make it stop, it is doomed to forever live inside of me. That's why sometimes you'll see me slightly distracted or maybe not paying attention to my surroundings. It's very, very, very difficult to do so when you constantly have jazz music in your head. Saxophone. Could have been anything else. Could have been a pop ballad. Could have been a rap song. I used to be a jazz singer. And so that's what made itself live rent-free in my head for the rest of my damned life. And it's going to, and I just want to make you all aware of that, so in case I go missing.
Who is this? The person, is he around? I'm sure we can do something about him if needed.
Every now and again he makes himself known. I can't quite give you all details. It's if I say too much, it'll come back.
Are you bloodbound to him?
Understood.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
He calls me his little songbird. And every night I must sing to him. Whether that be on a phone call or I go to his home. I'm not ever going to be free. So I am doing this for your sake and for mine if I go missing. It wasn't on purpose.
We'll come and get you back. I found you last time, right?
Yeah, we found you last time. We can use.
Yeah.
I'm stuck with you, Margot. You know that.
Yeah, you and I, we got a special bond, don't we? She'll gently pat them on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for being understanding. I know that in other circumstances this would be less than ideal, but I can't keep it back. Not from you three. Especially now with
an open hunt. Open hunt on our hands, and I am not looking forward to delivering the news to my primogen. That's going to be fun.
I'm not really looking forward to delivering the news to Annabelle. Although I feel like if I deliver the news to Annabelle first, none of us are gonna have to worry about delivering the news to any of our other primogens, so.
We'll see.
Yeah, I don't think the other Nos will take very kindly to this.
It's his, open season.
I have no idea what's going to happen with the gangrels.
The
But
Toreadors will.
But I have a feeling the prince wants to curry favor, because I don't know, I just feel like the gangrels might be used.
Definitely. If they have even half of the fighting capabilities that you have.
Yeah, if Nikolai still owes you anything, you better call that in, because I have a feeling he isn't going to be so polite with us after we spilled his weird little secret tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I'm sorry for the construction in the background. That was it's a neighborhood up and coming.
I can't believe that they have midnight construction.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Never ends.
My family is insane and they're vacuuming. I had no idea this would happen. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Midnight vacuuming, construction at 1 a.m.
Every day I get closer to doing it.
I think with this very touching, beautiful scene, we're going to end for the night. Thank you all for joining us. Stay safe out there.